You gotta take it. You gotta take it. He's sizing you up for the jump. There you go. You gotta try to get that.
Yeah, it's all switch round now. Ooh, double KO!
Hey, what's up everyone? Damascus here, and it's roundup time. Of course, your usual host Logan Sam. I was a bit too busy being on commentary at CEO.
And man, Logan, it was a pleasure and a half. Those are some good ass Street Fighter matches. No, I didn't know arm wrestling. Ah!
So I'll be here taking over this week to watch all of the exciting fighting game action over the weekend. So without further ado, let's dive straight into the Roundup CEO edition. CEO is back, and man did we have a great weekend of fighting games. Over 2,600 entrants on a wide variety of games, so let's start with Street Fighter 6.
Yay! Let's go!
As the first open bracket major of the SF6 era, all eyes were on CEO to see who would be the very first NA SF6 champion after Mr. Crimson took the win at the first EU major, Head Stomper, 2 weeks ago. And one of the highlights of day 2 was definitely JWong vs Punk.
Oh! Nah!
JWong later got hit by the worst feeling, dropping the killing combo against Phenom. A level 3 would have killed here, but as he said, he fat-fingered it. Unfortunate. And after 2.5 days of action, top 8 finally reached the arena. Mena RD opened his style with a dominant win over Idom. Right after that, one of the most exciting sets of the weekend took place, as Kaba took on Punk, who played top 8 under the name Pink. After an incredible start, Kaba took it very quickly to 2-0, but there aren't many people as clutch as Pink in this world, as he brought it back to final rounds.
You still bust, but I'm bust. In my heart, that was the worst part, is kicking the door.
Alright, it's all turned around now.
Oh man, he's about to go to burnout.
Yeah, did you see he tried to...
No.
That was so smart.
Until Kaba miscalculates the chip damage to finish the match, and Pink, closing an incredible match, goes for a well-deserved pop-off. Later on the loser side, Idom faced Sticky Fingers, and while everyone thought would have a Manon mirror, Idom decided to pick Jury. Unfortunately, that did not pay off at all, and after a difficult first 2 games, Idom finally went to Manon, with no luck, as the late pick was not enough to stop one of the weekend's MVPs, Sticky Finger. On the other side, Nephew defeated Kaba after a last game last round situation, and back to winners, as Mena took on Pink with Blanca to lead 2-0, but as soon as Pink showed any sign of comfort, Mena decided to switch to Luke and close the set cleanly to qualify to Grand Finals. In Losers Semi, the dream run had to come to an end for Sticky Fingers, losing to Nephew. A great breakout performance in 4th place. Nephew then went on to defeat Pink 3-2 and offer himself a spot in Grand Finals versus Mena, the one who sent him into losers. And this time no Luke in sight, as Mena kept Blanca until the end. To win the set and be crowned the first ever SF6 CEO champion. After closing SF5 with the Capcom Cup win, Mena starts SF6 in the perfect way. Moving to Guilty Gear Strive, and the story of the weekend was you don't know what a loser's run is if you don't watch Adventure running through CEO. After a very early loss to Anima, he even tweeted about it being the point when he's giving up on Jacko, saying that the character might be not good enough for tournaments. Except, as the big plot twist of the weekend, he ran the entire losers bracket all the way to Grand Finals in a lot of dominant sets. He did not lose a single game in losers final against Marvelo and in Grand Finals against MFCR.
But you can see he's a little nervous now too. The breakdance fighting the burst for one last chance. Let me see the small, you gotta put him in the lion's den, but he doesn't! He prevents the Berserker / Adventure as your CEO 2023 champion!
Adventure takes a well-deserved first major win with the Jacko, and we sure hope he'll stick with the character.
I can't find the timing on this.
On Tekken 7, first and foremost, there was one favorite player, Arslan Ash. And you know what? He finished only 7th after losing to FDX. And then losing to Kokoma in top 8.
Gotta be careful to be countered there.
1+4! What's gonna do it?
As for the rest of the top 8, it was all South Korea and Japan. Losers final had CBM versus Pinya with an extremely close 3-2 win from CBM, offering himself a spot in Grand Finals trying to take Jeonding down. But unfortunately for CBM, this weekend was a Jeonding weekend, as he had an extremely convincing show all weekend long to take the belt at CEO 2023.
Oh, doesn't matter. This time he goes for the try down.
As Evo gets closer, we know one other thing gets closer. the return of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on the biggest fighting game stage. So of course, Marvel was extremely hype at CEO, with IDOM reaching all the way to a winners final, but unfortunately falling short in winners final to Jibril, the usual favourites. On the loser side, Ray Ray had a really good run and ended up losing to Noel Brown in loser semi-final. And the grand finals was Jibril against Noel Brown, and just like a lot of recent Marvel tournaments, Jibril wins once again. With Evo coming, he is clearly the favourite of the tournament. Can anyone take him down for the biggest of events? Over 500 players enter the Smash Ultimate bracket at CEO 2023. An exciting bracket saw a lot of exciting plays from Yara, the Samus player from Japan. Yara went all the way to winners final until he lost 3-1 to Damascus. On the loser side, it was all about one man. Riddles, who fell into losers quite early right after pools, had to win an entire 9 sets in a row to reach grand finals, beating the likes of Esam, Apollo Kage, MVD, and of course Yara in losers final after an extremely close 3-2 set. Using that momentum in grand finals, Riddles went for an extremely quick reset with Kazuya over Damascus. But the grand finals reset saw Damascus completely adapting to Riddles.
Oh my God! Damascus wins CEO!
And winning 3-1 to take the title at CEO 2023 right after taking a win at Combo Breaker. This is definitely a man in form. It was easy to tell where CEO happened by watching the Smash Melee top 4. All 4 players come from Florida, and this weekend might have been the weekend for coming back to form for some exciting players. First up, Wizrobe, beating JWong and Hungrybox. The young Captain Falcon player is still proving that he's one of the best in the world, even if we don't see him as often as other players. But despite an intense Game 5 in Grand Finals, Plop did not flinch and took the win in the Smash Melee tournament at CEO 2023. And of course, I feel like we can't really talk about CEO without mentioning the Def Jam Fight for NY tournament. Every single year, the hype is absolutely crazy for a game that still has a dedicated community playing it. After a loss in Winner's Semi against the Gatekeeper, Drip Sugeki fought for his revenge throughout the losers bracket. Winning twice against Flooded X Out and Joey Bago Donuts in Game 5, the first set of Grand Finals looked very similar, with him resetting the bracket at the last game. Drip Sugeki definitely liked the 3-2s this weekend. On the final set, he proceeded to win 3-1, taking his revenge and taking the huge win.
He has another follow-up. He takes it on, and that's it.
And last but not least, one player we really wanted to highlight this weekend is none other than the master JWong. Justin entered CEO, had a very good performance in Street Fighter 6, but also didn't leave with 1 or 2 belts. He left with 3 entire titles from CEO, after winning Breaker's Revenge, Street Fighter 3rd Strike, and Capcom vs SNK 2, where he also beat Alex J. Bailey, the organizer of the tournament. As always, Justin Wong is an absolute fighting games legend, and we love to see him in any fighting game. And that's it for this weekend's selection of CEO hype. What was your favorite moment at CEO? Was it the 148 juries on screen? Was it all the drive rushes? Or was it another game? Let us know in comments, and of course hit that subscribe button, because a lot more CEO content is coming straight on this channel, and I can confidently say that some banger videos are being worked on right now, so you absolutely don't want to miss it. But until then, Damascus out, thank you so much everyone, and see you very soon on Reversal GG.
Stapleton on top. Stapleton Athletics. Club Motors no more. The brothers no more. No 3P. It's me, baby. It's me. It's all me. Shout outs to Household. Goku, I see you. Bam, I see you. Trev, I see you. We here. And y'all gonna be here next year.